I love that song. What a hit song. Did you know that Scooch actually singing on the song? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. We are taking over this purple platform known as Twitch, brought to you by Twitch Sports. I'm Megastar Outlandish Zicky Dice. I don't know how many days it's been. I'm still unsigned. I'm still the hottest free agent in all of entertainment. If you're watching right now and you want to sponsor the show, give me a call. If you're watching right now and you want to sign Outlandish Zicky Dice, give me a call. If you want to make big bags of money, give me a call. Oh, flex it. You're making me feel nice and outlandish today, baby. What are you watching? Drop it in the chat. Rue, I can never hate you. I know we're 91% though. I know we can get to level 5 today. I know we can get to level 5, which reminds me, Pro Wrestling Tees has been oh so kind to give us a t-shirt to give away here today at the end of the stream. So if you're watching for the first time, hit that follow button. You might just win a free t-shirt. Tons of indies. Tons. What doesn't want to work? Oh, the shout-outs? Oh, I know why, I think. I'll have to fix that. Rex Punchface is now outlandish. Thank you for following, Rex. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Rocky Mountain Pro with the raid, baby! Bring it on, Rocky Mountain! I hope you had an outlandish raid.
Hey, listen! Rock up the good stuff! We got a raid!
Come hither. Zicky Dice is down for whatever, whenever. Write that down. That's a bumper sticker. I'm getting lean. I'm getting mean. I'm getting TV ready, and I can't do it alone. You want to know how I'm doing it? It's easy. Eat clean, bro. Head on over to eatcleanbro.com or exclamation point bro in the chat and tell them that Outlandish Zicky Dice sent you. You might just get a little discount. But on 4/20 at 4:20 p.m., I will be doing a 24-hour stream leading into Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise. And when you see me on the show Wednesday, I will be on hours 22. Yes, I'm going to attempt 24 hours. So I hope you can all join me for the full 24 hours. That would be outlandish. It's going to be very exhausting. Yes, 24-hour stream on 4:20 to 4:21. That's right. I need help. I can't do this by myself. Mustard on your lizards. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise. I'm Zicky Dice, and Chad, I know it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Without further ado, help me welcome our guest, Shay Purser. What up, dude?
Hey, man, how's it going? How you doing?
You know, feeling a little outlandish today. How about yourself?
Mate, I'm doing well, you know. Went for a casual little walk today, you know. Had a little look around and got excited. I've been like watching the stream, as you can see from me in chat, and I'm hyped, man. You got me excited.
Good. I love that. You know, I tend to do that. I should have sent you the fine print or a little what's that called? What's the word I'm looking for? Disclaimer. That's it. That's what I was thinking. Disclaimer. Sorry. About Zicky Dice tends to make people feel that way. I know we've never met before. This is a first for us. So it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for joining us on the stream here today.
It's okay. I like my van a lot. Wild price water is important to me, so I'm glad that's I'm glad I implied that. I'm glad that I implied that.
That's $1. That is $1 US though. So it might be, it's going to be a little cheaper for you. If you were selling water, it'd cost me a little more.
It would be. It would be, absolutely.
I hate to see it, you know.
I am taking a hit.
Red, I'm doing well. Chat, help me welcome Shay. Shay, I seen your stream. You rated my stream. Why don't you tell us about that? How long have you been on Twitch? Tell us about yourselves for those who don't know who you are. Lay it all out right here on Zicky Dice Outlandish Paradise.
Well, actually, for 600 channel points on my channel, you can hit redeem an intro, so I'll just give that like the default. Oops. Hey, my name's Shay. I'm a professional wrestler of 7 years from Cardiff in South Wales. I was trained by both Pete Dunne and Mark Andrews. I wrestled all around the world, from in the United Kingdom to over in America. And sadly, when the global pandemic hit, I had not a lot to do and had absolutely no wrestling because it's been very hard to wrestle in the United Kingdom. So I started up a Twitch. Specifically, what a few of you may kind of recognize me from is I did a 24-hour stream back in January for local food banks, and it ran the charity through the month, and we raised $2,000 US, I think, total. And then from there onwards, February, I took a little bit of a rest. But from February 16th onwards, I have not missed a day of streaming. Wow. So I think I've become one of the more like consistent streamers on the platform. I've streamed every single day since then, and I've just fallen in love with the platform. I've been on it 5 months total, and yeah, it's been great. And yeah, the other thing, we mainly watch wrestling. You know, I haven't even said what the content is yet. We watch wrestling, we watch MMA, we do sports stuff. I get put in a maid's dress quite a lot, which is always entertaining. Nice. We're all about a community, and just like, you guys can make me do things that will definitely entertain you. It's a fun time. We're very basic though. We're new because we're new to the platform. We don't have all these. We don't have hot dog trucks. I'll put it that way. We got me and a tiny little bright screen, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, I feel you. Will you excuse me for a second? I do want to say that's all very impressive, and I can't wait to dive in. But X-Mikey G is back in the chat, baby! X-Mikey G, you sexy lizard, where you been? Missed ya. Welcome. We've got Shay Purser here in Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise. There's so much to dive in and talk about. First, let's talk about your 24-hour stream, because I'm a little bit concerned. I am doing my first one here on 420, and I'm a little nervous there, Shay. You got any advice for me? What the hell's going to happen to me?
So yeah, it's not it. I had an issue where once I started, I actually could not stop. Uh-oh. It was this. So like, I got tired around 12 hours in, and I had a different guest on every hour, which made it a little bit more bearable. You know, it gave me more of a variety of people to speak to. I gave a lot of different tasks to keep me awake, and the chat made sure that I stayed awake. I was very new to Twitch and thought that at the time channel points were worth money. So I thought I'd raised $120 when I'd actually just been gifted 1,200 channel points. But then we worked that out, and we ended up raising real money, which was great. Because real money for charities is good. I don't think they accept channel points.
Yeah, yes.
But my main thing I'd say is just like, when you get that second wind, don't let it die. Don't let it die. You need to ride that second wind, because you will get tired, you'll get hurt, you'll get that second wind, and then when you get it, you just need to ride it. I managed to ride it, and I accidentally stayed awake for 2 days.
Oh no.
Like, I just couldn't turn off.
I'm trying to plan out like stuff to do for like 2-hour blocks. I'm trying to give away. My initial plan is I want to give away 24 things. I want to do a giveaway every hour. That's my plan. I think that will help keep me awake, you know? And I got to break it down. I want to stay creative. I want to try and stay awake. I think throughout the night might be the hardest for me. And I think we're going to be leading it into this front page stream here. And that's going to be...
You start at 4 p.m.
3 p.m. Eastern. Yes, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah.
Oh... That's like, because I started at 8 or 9 p.m. UK, so I like rode into the night. It was like, so I got tired around midday. Getting tired at night, that is the... Yeah,
I'm going to try and stay up late the night before, I think, and try and sleep in as late as I can.
That's what I did as well. Yeah. The one thing, do you want to know one thing that maybe this is just me being unprepared? Mess. Yeah, like, just be prepared for like things around you. Maybe like collecting, because you'll get hungry at points, and like you have to eat. Like, I had an issue where like I just had pizza boxes, and like I got slightly inebriated, and like I was filling things, and like it became a real issue for me. So yeah, maybe that as well.
Oh my gosh. Rhino JB says 24-hour streams are no joke. Shout out to Rhino JB in the Players Club in the house. Dude, Crazy Killer, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. I don't know
Also,
what user to pick. Thanks for the follow. Very much appreciated.
I will also say, don't try backflips. I tried my first backflip on a stream. Ooh.
Oh, good God, yeah. You know, I used to be able to do one in a pool. I can do one at the trampoline park. I do want to go to the trampoline park and maybe in a match one day surprise people with just a backflip out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Then I also, don't want to hit my face on anything and smash my head or... Yeah, I just remember my friend doing a backflip and his head getting stuck in the trampoline springs. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're on about, and it's just not... Yeah, that is the fear, isn't it? That is the fear.
That's what I worry about, you know? Especially getting older. Can't flip like I used to, but if homie wants to flip, let him flip. That's what I always said.
Honestly, man. Honestly, I agree. I agree. When I'm feeling it, when I'm feeling sprite and sprucey, it works.
Yeah, it's got to. Ryan, thank you for the 50 bits. How long have you been wrestling? Bridget Case, thank you for the follow.
How long have I been wrestling? So
yes.
I started when I was 14, and I'm 21 going on 22 now, so 7 years.
Oh, must be nice. Must be nice. Dang, you got your whole life ahead of you. God, you're so lucky.
Yeah, I started training when I was 14 with Mark Andrews, and then when I was 15, like my training, the start of my training is such a fucking name drop of name drops. It's like I started training with Mark Andrews. Then I went up with Tegan Knox to go and train with Pete Dunne and Chris Brooks. Then I began training with them, and then we jumped over to the Fight Club Pro, where it was also Trend 7. And then I eventually went over to America with obviously all of the people that trained at the Takara school, such as like Orange Cassidy, Hala Wicked, and it's just like I've just had a wild career. I've just constantly been able to train with good people. I'm lucky.
Were you able to wrestle in the States when you were here?
So I went over just to train, but I ended up getting 10 bookings while I was out there.
Nice.
It was really I got fortunate. So the way I went over was I got a mess. So I ended up weirdly wrestling Sammy Callahan at a Lucha Forever show, which was run by the late Smile. He one day walked up to me like a year and a half later, and was like, "I want to see you in America." And I went, "I'm gonna make that happen." Like, you know, when you just like decide, you're like, "I need to make something happen for myself." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make that happen." I was like, "You're gonna see me in America." I was like, "You're gonna see me in America." Then I decided, like, I like saved up stuff. Like, I'm in university, and our universities are a little bit different to yours. Where like we have to pay our loans back, but we also get given grants. And I got given a grant because I'm fluent in Welsh and studying in Wales.
Oh, nice.
So I just started taking a little bit of my grant aside each time and putting it into an account, just a little bit each time and then like saving some of the wrestling wages. Because I was also somebody recognized me as a referee. I've refereed for I think every major company in the United Kingdom, from Progress to Referee. Yeah, I was also meant to referee for an American Rana for Beyond, but I ended up getting a wrestling booking, so I had to do that instead.
When duty calls.
Exactly, when duty calls. But yeah, I ended up doing Wrestling Revolver out in Iowa, which was super fun.
I love Wrestling Revolver, dude.
Yeah. Yo, that show was incredible.
When did you go? When was that?
That was July 2019.
When did I go?
Maybe. Or early August, rather, it could have been.
I was there. I went twice, dude. Jimmy Jacobs did a seminar the day I went. Were you there for that?
Yeah, when Jimmy Jacobs was there, but he didn't do a seminar. It was a good show. It was Wrestling After Dark, I think it was called, or something like that. Or it was, oh, hey, Bridget, how's it going, man? I can see Bridget Case in. Yeah.
Wait, did you go to Dreamwave After Dark? Or
maybe.
Dreamwave in Illinois?
Not in Illinois, no. It's in Iowa. Yeah, I did that. Then I did NYWC, where I wrestled. Oh, he just popped up on AEW Dark and Elevation, Rex Lawless.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I wrestled him for the NYWC Championship. That was super fun. And that was like, I think that was like my most like quintessential American Indie experience. That was like in like Legion Hall, and like it was just fun. It was fun. A really fun part of that match was like, so I was fighting Rex, and like I get him to the ground and I like show out, and this old man in the front row just screams, "You're a loser!" And I go, ha ha, and then he is on me for the entire match. Like, he does not give me a second.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you're a loser. Like, I'm getting the cover on Rex. I'm looking directly at him. He kicks out and, like, he's going, see, I told you. I'm not winning the NYWC Heavyweight Championship. Coincidentally, I was leaving the country next week. And then I sit there and I'm just like, I look at him. Rex gives me the ring to give me the big wrestling goodbye. So I give him the 4 bows. And I walk out, roll out, and I face this old man. I go face to face with him. He goes, you're a loser. I loser. Shakes my hand and gives me $5 and sends me on my way.
No way!
Yeah, I was like, that's incredible. And
Sound like a winner, dude. I love $5.
Exactly. And by the way, ECW's Roadkill was watching in the crowd as well. It was like the weirdest show.
Oh, dude. Sometimes I say this all the time. You hear these stories from everyone, and you never know what's going to happen because of this business, you know? And that's wild. That is wild.
So much fun. Like, it was like, and then I ended up doing a bunch of shows for Chikara as well. I worked a bunch of the great guys over there. Like, I got to work, like, the funniest part of that was I got to work, if you know, Matt DeMorris. And he is what is known to many British wrestlers. Like, we all know who he is because of his backyard work. Back before he became a legitimate wrestler. So I messaged Pete Dunne and, like, Mark Andrews, and I was like, oh, I'm wrestling Matt DeMorris. And they were like, no way. They were like, yeah, I can't believe this is who you're wrestling in your first match in America. And I was like, yeah. I got to work a bunch of the really talented guys out there, like the guys that come through. Like, I got to work with Matt Makowski, who is like this mind-blowing like wrestler that I learned so much while I was out there. It was incredible. Like, learned so much. That
rules. I gotta ask this. Let's say you were able to work a few promotions here in the U.S. Do you know where you'd want to work?
Well, I was meant to go for WrestleMania week last year, but obviously the pandemic hit. Yep. I was meant to do Effie's Big Gay Brunch. So GCW is a default now. Like, I feel like the ones that I should have worked for. So like, I think I had a booking for Sup Underground. I think I really, that is like just, that looks good. Then I think of a couple of other places, and I sit there and I go, I'd really like to work for Enjoy. I've been watching their series on YouTube. They look
they're brand new, aren't they?
Brand new.
I have seen the flyer and the logos and the stuff, and I do like those. I look at all the little stuff, you know, when I
absolutely. There's just so many people now though that I'm looking at and going like, I need to wrestle you. Like, there's so many individuals I look at in the American scene. You guys have so many talented individuals that, like, because I went out there and I was like, I wonder, like, I was honestly like, I wonder what the talent pool is like in America. Because, like, you know, there's always the, like, $5 wrestling stuff that we see where it's like, you know, like, it highlights maybe, like, not the best, not like the most talented side of independent wrestling. And then I was like, okay, let's see what I'm going to deal with newer trainees, especially. And I'm going to say this with confidence. Those Chikara boys were running rings around me at points. Like, I was a wrestler of 5, 6 years when I went out there, and they were making me look like a chump. Like, they were tying me in knots. They were like, honestly, I was like, this is incredible. I was like, I cannot believe the depth of talent the States has.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah. I would love to go over there and train. I would love to go over there and wrestle. Shoot, I would love to go over there. My band never did it. I have yet to have the opportunity. I was supposed to go right before shutdown and debut for someone over there. And
where would you like? Is there anywhere in the UK you'd want to go to?
Dude, like anywhere and everywhere. I want to hit all the tops.
I'd like to see you. I think Brighton would really like you. I think Brighton or London, like any big major city, would be a fan of Zicky Dice. Cardiff, oh my God, Cardiff! Like you pop off in these kind of cities.
Get me excited now. Now I'm like, let's go. I'm ready. Ready to go. What else you got on your to-do list? You're young, dude. You've got a good head on your shoulders. You've got the right mindset. You're gonna be just fine in life. So I'm curious to see what's on your to-do list.
I've got a lot planned, to be honest. So like a key theme in like I've just actually started releasing these videos called The Process. They're a series of like kind of a lot of my career. I've done like a lot of fun stuff, and I've loved it, man. Like I've had so much fun. Like I've wrestled Hornswoggle. I've wrestled completely untrained fans in a literal recreation of Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. I've got to like wrestle in the States in some of the most absurd and like the stories I have from my America trip, I can't believe they're real. Like some of them, I just go, that was a thing that happened. Like I finished it and went, that actually happened, didn't it? I went like, that actually is a thing that. Okay, I'll register that, and that's going in the autobiography. Let's carry on. Like, like I've had so much fun, but now I feel like I have a chance to, especially with the platform that I'm slowly giving myself on Twitch. I have a chance to like redefine what I've done in my career now, not for like a sake of, not because I want to, but because I have a chance to, and I think I have something cool to create now, and I've got a bunch of ideas. I'm being very ambiguous right now because I don't.
I love it. I love it. You're talking to the right guy, baby.
I don't want to set anything in stone. I don't like. I have so many ideas, and they're all great, and they're all the moon. They're all the moon. They are all they're all the moon. They're all up there. But if I don't get to the moon and I fall in the stars, you guys are going to be impressed with the stars anyway, trust me.
I love that. I love that, and I understand 110% of what you're talking about. I'm on the same exact mission, dude, and some people don't get that. And you've got, like I said, the right mindset. You're young. Anytime you want to create content together, come out to Atlanta. Effie recommended you to me, and I got to say, I should have known. Effie wouldn't do me wrong.
I've never met Effie.
No way. You're lucky.
So the way,
I hang out with them too much.
The way my mutual connections work is I ended up, I was down bad at the end of my America trip. Like I was down bad. I was like, these lovely individuals housed me, but it wasn't the ideal situation. It was like 40-degree weather. They didn't have aircon. Their cats like to frequently. Their cats like to frequently do their business next to my suitcase.
Yes, they did.
You've heard this. Okay.
No, I haven't heard it, but
okay.
I can relate. Like, and I am this dude. When I'm in those situations, it sucks, dude. I know. And you want to be nice.
They actually gave me a bed. They actually gave me a bed one night, and they went, "Oh yeah, you can stay here." And the cat vomited on the bed that night, and I went, "Okay, can't stay on that bed now." And I was like, you're so nice guys, but I need to get somewhere else. So I ended up getting an Airbnb, and it wasn't that expensive, and the Airbnb looked lovely from the inside as well. So I went, oh, it's got to be great. And then I told someone the address it was, and they went, oh no. And I was like, what? And they were like, you are going to like, I stayed in like, what got to describe to me as the ghetto in Philly. I was like, you are actually in the ghetto. I was like, and I don't mean to be like, look at me. Look, not blue banana swim shorts and like keep the faith social club like sweatshirt. Like I'd never seen a gun before. Like it was ridiculous. So I was down bad. I didn't have a lot of money because I spent it all on the Airbnb. And then thankfully, Alley Cat, a friend of mine, sorted me out and like really looked after me. And then mutual connection with Effie, and I got to know Effie. I think I jumped on one of his Twitch streams one day, and he was like, lovely. And then now, there we go. We're here now. It's mental how the connections in wrestling work. I love it.
Look at that. That is so funny. I haven't met Alley Cat yet. I've been meaning to. I tell Effie that all the time.
Yeah, that's great. See how mental is that? So like, we've never met, but that's crazy. There's some sort of like weird formulaic thing that my brain can't work out right now.
It's like I see Effie all the time. I travel with Effie all the time. Effie and Alley Cat are always together.
Yeah. You know? And then I'm connected to Ali via that. And then now we circled it. We full circled.
Yep. And now fate had brought us here to the Outlandish paradise. You reminded me of a story. There was one time my band was on tour and we were going through Chicago and there was a heat wave going on. And this dude was like, hey, why don't you guys can come crash at our spot. It's no problem. Like, we've got room for you or whatever. And you're like, all right, dope. So me and the homie walk in. Mind you, there's a heat wave going on. We walk in, brother's got no AC, right? I look down on the ground. He's like, you guys can sleep over there. And it was like a horror movie. The camera goes, it was like 7 inches of dust, dog hair, fecal matter, toenails. And it was like, I was all, hell no. So I went out and slept in the van, which was terrible. It was so hot because I couldn't keep it running, right? Because we had an older van. I was laying at 3-something a.m. in my boxers in the sprinklers on the grass because I was so hot. And that's what I call, Shay, one of the worst nights of my life. But why did I do it? I did it for the grind, baby. I did it for the love of the art because I know one day, Shay, this is all going to pay off, baby.
That was like every single time something ridiculous happened to me, I just went, it's another story.
Yep.
I was like, yep. It's another story. It was definitely a fun experience for myself. I really had a good time doing. I just every single weird experience I've ever had in my career, I just have to sit there before I can let myself get to anger and go, it's gonna be funny to you one day. That's it. Every single time. Every single time I'm about to like blow a fuse, I go, it's gonna be funny one day. It's gonna be funny one day, and then I calm down.
It's so true, though. It's so true. That's what I gotta tell myself. I don't get shocked anymore. I've seen a lot of outlandish. I'll tell you that. I really have, dude. And I wish I had a better memory to remember all of them, because sometimes I'll meet someone and be like, hey, do you remember that time you did? And they have this real impactful story that they remember that involves me, and I'm like, I don't remember that. I'm like, dude, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, you know?
I always used to think I had a good memory until people started telling me stories about myself that I didn't remember. And I was like, oh no. I was like, I'm doing things that I don't remember anymore. I was like, Shay, this is bad.
Yep. You're like, oh God.
Yeah, it was so like, I remember like someone walked up to me and he went, oh yeah, do you remember like, you walked me home? Like I was like real like sad and like you just walked me home that night. And I was like, I don't.
Nope.
Like, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, that's something that I'm like, okay, I guess it's good for you. You're welcome. Yeah.
That is, dude. I feel that.
Yeah, I'll be doing a watch along to the vast majority of wrestling that's on my Twitch.
Oh,
we did AEW Dark last night, because I'm going to watch along to like Dark before. So I was like, well, let's do one. I was like, I'd wrestled someone who I've wrestled, so I was like, yeah, let's like. I'm unashamedly a wrestling fan. Like I say it, like I'm a wrestler, but I'm a wrestling fan as well. Like I aim to like showcase good wrestling on my Twitch and like watch cool stuff and like try and get the best out of stuff and like give people a different perspective. So like. Doing that, and then what else will I watch? Oh, I'm going to be doing a Discord call with anyone that's bought Alley Cat's Real Hot Girl show and Effie's Big Gay Brunch, because, you know, they're both my friends, they both want to get it platformed, and I was like, tell you what, if anyone wants some extra info or like a fun person to watch it with, I might as well. I'll be watching it. It's on a reasonable time in the United Kingdom, thank you, Americans.
What's your Twitch logo? Let's get that posted in the chat.
Oh, that is Twitch.
Not your logo, your tag. I'm so sorry.
Twitch.tv/spperser, PURSER. That's my tag on everything, by the way, Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on all those platforms, and I stream daily, so it's very hard to miss me. Sweet. Like if you dislike me, like you can hurl abuse at me once a day. Like that's what I tell everyone. Feel free. Like as long as I can take it, baby. I'm a big strong boy.
I'm going to tell you a true story that happened to me on the band's Warped Tour, okay? My band wasn't on the tour. We were trying to get on that day. We were on tour. We happened to be in the route, so we drove in early with all the other bands, and we tried to, like, get on and, like, work our gimmick, you know, and see what we could get in. Didn't happen. They gave us backstage passes, let us hang out all day. We could do whatever, right? We're sitting in catering, and this dude came up to me, and he looked like a fat from Austin Powers, you know? And,
yeah.
And you ever play that game with your friends when you're like, hey, for $1,000, would you do this? And like they're like, oh, maybe, I don't know, you know. So we're sitting there at the table, and this dude, he sits there and he goes, hey, he's all. Mind you, I had $40 in my wallet at the time. I'm like 21 years old. I'm on tour with the band, been on the road. I'm tapped out, got no money. This dude offers us $1,000 to eat a loaf of his doo-doo.
Amazing.
It was real. I contemplated it. I did not do it. I probably would have gotten sick of died. But when you have $40 to $1,000 on the road, dude, you go from peasant to king within one bite.
I have been in very, 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 very similar situations in train stations in London at 1 a.m. Like you have just described an eerily similar conversation I had with a man.
Dude, the open road will do it to you. I've seen people drop the trowel and just relieve themselves on the street, doing whatever, like all types. I've seen just about everything. That's why I tell you, things don't shock me anymore.
This isn't actually my story, however, I was watching it live. So my friends were wrestling at a promotion in the north of England, and they were having a match, and they left the shutters open to the outside. And at this point, a woman comes along and begins giving herself pleasure on top of the car in front of the live stream until she is promptly removed. It was something else.
Oh,
it was
I can't tell you this one on the stream, but let me just tell you this. I went. Let me see how I can put this in the best PG way possible. My band was recording in LA, and a buddy of mine said, "Do you want to come to adult film star karaoke?" And I said, "What the hell is adult film star karaoke?" He said, "It's where film stars sing karaoke." And I said, "Dude, it's late. We just got done tracking for the day. We're out." I said, "What's the address?" It was a mile away from the studio, right? And I said, we're going. I saw one of the crazy similar stories at that karaoke bar when I was outside waiting for a cab. That was one of the most wild nights.
I love that, man.
Yeah, it was in LA, Nikki. That's where I went. Oh, good grief. Good grief. Sorry, Mom, But it's what they came for. This is Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise. We're talking about the open road. What's one of your favorite road snacks? What do you do for travel out there? Do you...
Yeah,
do you have shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday that you guys
do? So we do shows all week, to be honest, because you got to remember we have the camp shows as well here.
How do those work? I've had buddies that have done those.
So the best way I can explain it is imagine I will say, to preface this, I've only done a couple of camp runs. I haven't done many, but there's people that have done them for 18, 20 years, and they're super wrestlers you've never heard of as well. But varied ability. Some are literally the best wrestlers you've never seen in your life. Some, there's a reason they're doing it 20 years in camps. And then travel. So yeah, with the camps, you'll get booked by. It's usually during it rotates around a holiday camp, like children's summer holidays and school holidays. And then whenever they come up, each camp in an area will book a wrestling show with a company. And then you'll stay with that company, and you guys will just drive from camp to camp, staying in the chalets, wrestling each other. So it's literally the dream. And then you get, you usually get a fixed wage, which isn't it's a reasonable amount for a show. And then you'll get to stay afterwards. You might get if you're lucky, you might get a free beer. I did a run as a referee. It was me, Pete Dunne, the Wild Boar, Mark Andrews, and Chris Brooks. And that was and Kid Lycos. That was a super fun one. I remember we just sat there and had a fun time, and then stayed in the chalet for the night. It's just a very good
so
that's where you get to know each other. That's where you get to learn stuff. And that's imagine getting one of those written every couple of months you get one of those.
How long do they last? The run?
It can last. Oh man, some last 12 weeks.
Really?
There's some people that do them for 12 to 16 weeks. There's some people that do them near enough year round. That you'll never ever hear of these wrestlers as well. Some of them, there are people that have been doing that for 10, 15 years. That
Effie showed some video from out there, and there was this venue, and the crowd was sitting all around, and it was packed, and it was outside.
Right. I was on that show.
Right.
That was Riptide Wrestling out open air theater with Cassius on
it.
Dude, yeah.
That place is sick.
Incredible, right? Their venues are. They do funnily enough, I'm in a hot dog cart. They do vegan hot dogs there.
Wow.
It's that. I worked there from their first show. It's right next to the beach as well. Literally the show. Their main venue is 2 minutes from the beach, and Brighton's a massive. They did a show over Pride weekend, and Brighton is the gay capital of Europe. So it was one of the most, definitely one of the most wild weekends I've ever had in my life. I'm pretty sure the only safe story I can tell from that night was we were walking down towards nightclubs, and we saw one with a bouncy castle, and we went, absolutely, we need to go in that bouncy castle. And I was with Al Phantasmo, and he was bouncing with a couple of girls, and I went, I'm just going to go and embarrass him. And I ran and rolled and kicked him right in his nuts. just to like show him up in front of ladies. I was like, that had to be done.
Here's your reality check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, ex Mikey G says, I don't know what this means. You might have to translate it for me, but how cheeky are your Nandos?
Oh, Nando's, yeah. So like cheeky's just like cheeky Nando's is like it's been popularized by like people in Essex and like it's a term, but like Nando's is the one, you know. Apparently you have it in the States, but it's not as good.
Yes, I've been to the chicken place.
Yeah,
that place is bomb.
It is like like it's one of my favorite. Like they just got a vegan wrap there as well. I'm vegan, so like it's like road snacks, like you were saying, like they're so that we have this thing called WH Smith. Like that, and like that's like every single road service station will have one. They have like nuts in there, but they're super overpriced. So like I just usually bring like food with me, and then like if I'm hungry on the way home, I'll get some chips from McDonald's if I'm real hungry, because that's the only thing open. It's not like the one thing that I loved in the States was like I'd finish a show and there'd be food to eat. Like in the UK, once it passes midnight after a show, you are not getting food anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. That's like my old hometown, dude. We had
that's the whole of the UK apart from London, really.
If you guys see me in a Denny's, know that I'm very depressed. I just want everyone to know that. I am very depressed. I'm probably getting something from the 2, 4, 6, 8 menu, and I'm depressed about it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I completely get what you mean.
You know?
Like, that for us would be, like, McDonald's. Like, the only thing that open. And, like, as a vegan, that's, like... Yeah, we have, chips and like the worst vegetable dippers you'll ever taste in your life. Like they are just like it's like it's not even food, it's not even nutrients, it's just it's like I can't even summarize. It's just not the one. It's not the one. It's what every single meat eater thinks vegan food is. That's what it is.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's the worst. Like, I put so many people up in my flat. Oh my god, my lights died. Kane's it feels like what? That's a weird one. I didn't even. It's plugged in. What? Now I'm just a black screen.
I thought that was like some special effect.
I wish it was. No. What just happened?
I can see your hand.
You know, the place you can check me out more than anywhere is twitch.tv/sppersa. After Zicky's done, I'm sure it'll be finished later. Feel free to jump on with me. I'll be on late in America time tonight, probably like 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern. So go and check me out there, or Twitter, Instagram, also sppersa. But Twitch is the place to go and check me out. I'm on 808 followers right now, guys. I've only been going for 5 months. It's absolutely insane. I stream daily, and if we can get I'd like to get to 1,000 before 6 months, but I'm not going to try and push it. But if I did, that'd be pretty cool. But
well,
you know.
Let's do it. Give them some follows, you sexy lizards. You heard it. Click the link right there. Make sure you catch a stream. Shay, you are more than welcome here at ZDTV anytime.
Perfect.
Thank you for your time. So much, and please come back.
Perfect. See you, bro.
Thank you for everything. Dude, I became a Shay Purser fan. Anybody else? Anybody else? Love his drive, love his mentality, talented, and I'm sure we can expect to see a lot of great things from Shay Purser. Incredible. You can go to ProWrestlingTees.com/ZickyDice and pick up your official ZDTV t-shirt now. You watch. Make sure you're here every single stream. Twitch.tv/ZickyDice. Hit that follow button. Tell a friend. Host, post, do the most. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all. Thank you all. Raid at me.